Top 5 best MCU movies. Last time I did the top 5 worst, and I'm not gonna lie. Hey, we had to do the top 5 best. Now, as I'm recording this video, you know what I'm saying? That shit is damn near at 500 views. You know what I'm saying? Get that shit to like 500, 550. And then, you know what I'm saying? I got you boys with the top 10 for that. And depending on how this video do, I'll do the top 10 worst for the MCU movies. All right, I got you. But, you know, before I got to get to the top 5, I got to do the honorable mentions first. You know what I'm saying? It's only right. But, yeah, and by the way, this is my top 5. So, yeah, if you got an issue, I really could give a fuck less. Word, save yourself the time. Because while you sitting there all pressed, stressed out about my list, just know I ain't going to be tight. You going to be tight. If you want to have a conversation, let's have a conversation. But if you're going to be on my dick, then get off my... Starting the honorable mention, we got Shang-Chi. Yo, listen, this movie right here, I was really fighting with myself on whether I wanted to put this in the top 5 or not. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Still to this day, I'll deadass rewatch the whole movie. Yo, I done rewatched this movie so many times, bro. I can't even tell y'all a number. I can't even give you one. Like, that's how fire this shit is. The fight scenes, fire. The graphics, fire. The writing, fire. The actors all did they thing. Not to mention, we actually got the Mandarin in this movie, you know what I'm saying? Unlike that fucking bullshit they pulled in Iron Man. Listen, don't get me started. I already said this shit in the last video. Go watch the last one. Next on the honorable mention list, we have the first Iron Man movie. I feel like this is a classic you can't go wrong with. The movie that started the whole entire MCU. Everything you see right now, it all started from this movie. Still to this day, this is the hardest clip that I've ever seen in my life. You can't tell me there's a photo that's more tougher in the MCU than this shit right here. This shit is fire. I'm not gonna like this next one. I already see what's gonna be said in the comments now if this shit go crazy. Yup, I got Avengers Endgame in honorable mentions. Before you start wilding, let me explain myself. I think the problem that I have with a lot of people and a lot of fans that talk about this movie, y'all act like the last fighting scene is the majority of the movie. But y'all don't want to talk about everything that transpired before the last fighting scene. Y'all acting like the last fighting scene is the whole fucking movie. That's my problem with y'all. And that's what pisses me off with a lot of y'all that talk about this damn movie. This movie could have been better. I don't give a fuck about Hulk with breakfast burritos, gang. Do I look like I want to watch a fucking movie with Hulk with breakfast burritos? No. The fuck? If I made a top 10 list, would it be in it? Yeah, it would definitely be in it. It's not in my top 5. I don't give a fuck. It's my list. Another movie I feel like is extremely underrated, just like Shang-Chi, Winter Soldier by Captain America. This movie is underrated as hell. If it weren't for the movies that I have in my top 5, I would have definitely considered putting this shit in the top 5. That's how good this shit is. I'm going to be real with y'all. Besides Guardians of the Galaxy and maybe Spider-Man, I feel like Captain America got the best trilogy movies in the whole MCU. Still to this day, I feel like that. Like, that shit is fire. All 3 of them shits are fire. And rounding up the honorable mention list, I have the first Avengers movie. This is another classic movie that you can't talk about great MCU movies without mentioning this. And then this was another tough one where I was like, shit, like, do I put this motherfucker in the top 5 or not? It was close. It was this close to making my top 5. But I listen, it's a toss-up. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those ones. All right, let's get to the top 5. Let's get it. Coming in at number 5, I have Guardians of the Galaxy, specifically the first one. But realistically, I could really put either one of the 3. Because if I'm being honest with y'all, all 3 of these shits are fire. Like, that's just me. I was really debating between the first and the third one because I feel like those are the 2 best. The second one was still good. You know what I'm saying? It was still valid, but those 2, they different. But I was leaning a little bit more towards number 1. You know what I'm saying? Something about number 1, that shit is just fire. Top 5 fire. That's my 5. Coming in at number 4, I have Spider-Man No Way Home. Personally, me, I feel like between number 4 and number 3, you could put either one, whichever. I feel like they both can move around. You know what I'm saying? So don't think about this too much. I remember this shit like it was yesterday when this movie got announced. I was hyped as shit. I just wish Sony would have did a better job in not exposing their own damn self that we was going to have all 3 Spider-Mans in the same movie. But look, I ain't complaining because still to this day, I still go back and react to the crowd's reactions to this scene right here. I ain't gonna lie though, I was low-key mad because the theater I went to, they had no energy. That shit was whack. Like, I literally almost walked the fuck out with how dead that theater was, bro. I was like, yo, y'all not hype? Like, deep down inside, I was screaming when I saw this part. I was like, oh shit, Andrew Garfield, Toby. I was like, yo, this shit is lit. And nobody was reacting. I was like, yeah, nah, this shit mad awkward. Word. I ain't gonna lie, Green Goblin, you still fucked up for what you did to Aunt May. I'm never gonna forgive you for that. Word, suck my... Coming in at number 3, I have Black Panther. Now, look, there's a lot of times I have conversations with people, you know what I'm saying, and they feel otherwise. I don't give a fuck. This is top 5. First things first, R.P. Chadwick Boseman. I still can't believe he passed away. That shit is crazy to me. I better never see nobody else play Black Panther unless you actually gonna play that role. I better never see nobody else do that shit again. My son had that role on lock. Like, yo, I thought he was T'Challa himself. You want to talk about a movie that was literally culturally iconic and shifted a whole movement in the MCU, you gotta put Black Panther in that conversation. The soundtrack for the movie, the fighting scenes, the writing, the actors, that everything about this movie is fire, bro. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm not gonna lie, I fuck with Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger and Black Panther as well, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was valid. I ain't gonna lie to Charlie, yo pops is still slime for what he did to his pops. That's crazy. That's nasty. This is one of them situations where, like, you ever seen a question online where it's like, what villain you feel like was low-key right or you low-key agree with? Killmonger, yeah, I understand. Or I would have been the same way. Word of my mother, I would have been that way. You mean to tell me y'all gonna leave me stranded just because you ain't fucking my pops and what he was doing? Nah, that's foul. I'm sorry. Like, I can't get with that. That's crazy to me. Coming in at number 2, we have Captain America Civil War. I still to this day feel like this is the second greatest MCU movie to ever be released. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This shit is too far. And yes, I was Team Iron Man. Fuck is you talking about? What? Spider-Man, Black Panther? What the fuck? I'm going crazy. You think I want to be on the same team as as Falcon? Fuck out of here. Fuck is you talking about? You know what I mean? That was when they announced that Spider-Man was coming into the MCU. Yo, listen, it was a lot going on this year. Yo, 2016 was a great ass shit. Yo, it's crazy how it's almost been 10 years. Like, this shit feel like it was just a couple years ago this came out. Like I said, this another situation where it's like, what movie or what situation do you low-key feel like the person was... I low-key understand where Iron Man was coming from. Because, Cap, you mean to tell me you knew your man smoked my parents and you didn't tell me? Oh, nah, it's lit for both of y'all now. What? You better get the fuck out the way. Like, word, I would have been the same way too, Iron Man. This is another one of the movies, bro, I could watch over and over and over. I done watched this shit so many times, I can't even give you a number. That is. And coming in at number 1, I have Infinity War. I still, to this day, feel like this is the greatest movie that the MCU has ever given us. Listen, it was a lot going on. First of all, the fact that Thanos threw a fucking moon planet, whatever the fuck this big ass object was, he threw that shit at them. Yo, I swear to everything I love. If I was in this fight and I see that shit happen, I'm out of it. I'm not fighting no more. No. You ain't, it ain't no, there's no amount of money in the world that's gonna get me to fight him after doing this shit. Fuck out of here. We not even getting paid to fight him. You got me fucked up. It was the first time that we seen in a live action movie a whole bunch of different characters from different movies team up on the same screen. Well, at least for the MCU, you know what I'm saying? It was the first time the MCU did that. Like, it just felt like a childhood dream on the screen. And I'm not gonna lie, like, this shit is just flawless to me. Like, bro, I even have the comic that this shit was inspired by. Like, come on. Like, I really do this. And I also do have Civil War and a couple more books, you know what I'm saying? So that ain't the only one either. And I think what I really liked the most about this movie was the fact that it really hit you with a curveball. Like, you wasn't used to the superhero losing in a movie, especially the way they lost. They got their asses whooped. I'll be damn. It's not even like they stood a chance against Thanos. They just got their asses handed to them completely. My only issue with the MCU is the fact that when it comes to Hulk, they like to treat him like he a piece of shit. Like, he's not strong as shit. That's my only issue. Outside of that, bro, this movie is too fire. Like, I don't really know how you can argue against me with this shit. Like, there's not really much you can say. Hey, but look, though, you know what I'm saying? If y'all want the top 10, I'll give you the rest of the 5 that I got in my top 10 for the MCU. Look, for me, I'll even do y'all one better. Depending on how this video do, I'll even do top 5 worst for DC. Oh, trust me, I got a lot in the chamber for they asses. You know what I'm saying? Word. And I also want to know down below, what's y'all top 5 best MCU movies? And if y'all agree with my list, and if y'all fucking with it, you know what I'm saying? Let me know. Word, just let me know. Let me know what's the word. What we doing?